sometimes we just need a little bit of time and space to ourselves. Well, I know I do, and if you do too, then this workshop is for you. Curious Pierre specifically teaches you how to use breathing in helping you relax. This Mother's Day, experience the peace and quiet that you deserve at the Mother's Day Breathing Workshop in Highlands North. The organizer, Curious Pierre, joins us this morning to share more on the event. Pierre, it's great to have you on the show. Thank you so much for making the time to come through.
Good morning, it's great to meet you.
So let's just briefly talk about the art of breathing and its significance in our very busy lives.
I teach in the breathing workshop, I teach that it's a great idea to think of breathing as being the first step. So if you think back, breathing was your first step. You only became a living human being once you took your first breath.
Yes.
And it takes every step with you your whole life until breathing becomes your last step. So seeing as though we breathe every day, doesn't it make sense that we might be able to do better if we become a bit more conscious about how we breathe instead of just breathing by default?
And so this 3-hour session that will be happening today will focus on that. But what else?
So in the 3-hour session, what I'm teaching is a breathing technique that will show you how much stress your body is holding on to. I teach a breathing technique that helps you release that stress. And then I teach a breathing technique that will flood your body with your daily dose of dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. Now imagine if you have a tool that gives you access to all of these feel-good hormones every day at will. When you decide, I need this pick-me-up, I need this bit of a pep, and you can do a breathing exercise that absolutely floods your body with that.
What's interesting is that breathing is almost the easiest thing to do. I mean, we're constantly breathing, whether we're sleeping, whether we're awake, we're constantly breathing, and yet to master it when we are consciously breathing is much more difficult. What are some of the techniques that you use just to get us started?
There are these two halves of breathing, and as you're rightly saying is, we have an automatic form of breathing, which means we'll survive and we won't die.
Yes.
But our unconscious and automatic breathing is only good for keeping us alive. It is not great for making us thrive. So conscious breathing, and there are hundreds of different ways of thinking about it. Now, if we can I brought you a little gift.
Sure.
So in the breathing workshops, I have everybody make their own breathing bracelets. Now, what's really good about the breathing bracelet is, obviously, we'll use it as a tool in a breathing exercise, but that's not so important. You can breathe without using a bracelet as a tool. But your bracelet will remind you to do your breathing exercises if you actually wear it. So it's one thing to learn how to do a breathing exercise, but it's completely something different to remember to do it every day. So I've got one for you.
Thank you. I'll certainly remember to.
So would you like to go through a really quick breathing exercise?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm going to count you through it quickly. We're doing 3 things. We're inhaling, we're holding our breath, and we're exhaling. So this is one of many techniques. The inhale is going to be 4 seconds, the hold will be 7 seconds, and the exhale will be 8 seconds. And this is a great way of releasing whatever you're holding on to and bringing your mind together to focus on what's right in front of you. So if you would like to go through it with me quickly,
Sure.
I'm going to count you in. I want you to breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And out 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is a great way of going through your bracelet, going through your beads.
So as we breathe, we have to do the count.
Yes, and you do
you've just
the
done.
count with your beads, and that has a calming effect on you as well. If you think of Pavlov's dog, how the psychiatrist did this experiment with his dog, that every day when he fed his dog, he also rang a bell when the dog got its food. It didn't take very long for when he rang the bell, the dog to start salivating, because his whole body knows what to expect. And something as simple as your breathing bracelet, every time you pick it up to go through your breathing exercise, will already start calming you down, bringing your thoughts together, releasing the stress.
And so why is it that we forget to breathe? I mean, I remember being a child and we do some exercises that my teachers always told us, breathe in, breathe out, how awesome 8. But we go through life and then suddenly it's like we forget what we're taught.
Because everything around us intrudes on that little child that was carefree, becomes an adult with responsibilities. And now your day starts with, I mean, think about this. When you wake up, how often is the first thing you think about your problems, your stresses, what needs to happen today? And that takes us out of the moment. It takes us into future problems, coming problems.
So the external noise doesn't allow us to just have that moment of silence where we can breathe.
To be in that moment of just breathing, and having a conscious breathing exercise does that. And if you think about it, this is why I call breathing being the first step. If you really want to make changes to your life, if you want to affect your future and make changes to your future, you have to understand that you're completely a product of your past experiences, of your past thoughts, of your past emotions. So if you want to affect your future, your past will hold you in your past. You will repeat the same thoughts. You will feel the same emotions. The same lessons will come again and again because you're still doing the same things. So how do you affect your future? You have to create some space in which you can let go of what's the pressure right now so that you have the choice of thinking. Because in the moment with the pressure, you don't have the choice of thinking. Can I do a giveaway for your viewers? Can I give them something for free?
Sure.
So for everyone watching Morning Live right now, if you go to curiouspierre.com, www.curiouspierre.com, on the homepage you'll see Morning Live Viewers. And if you put your details into Morning Live Viewers, what I have for you right there is a free ebook. You can download the free ebook. I'll send it to you guys. And I'll send you a personal invitation to my next breathing workshop.
Oh, wow.
So
awesome.
if you are a Morning Live viewer, a free invitation to my next breathing workshop, curiouspierre.com.
All right. Awesome stuff. Let's talk about the event today. Quick details. Is it open to people of all ages who can come? Is the session full? Where can people go for tickets if they're still available?
The session is already full for today, unfortunately.
All right.
And it sounds like a 3-hour workshop. When I mentioned to people the 3-hour workshop, so how am I going to sit through a 3-hour workshop? It will feel like less than an hour. It's so much fun. It's so engaging, and there are more workshops coming all the time.
All right, we'll keep our eye on your website, Curious Pierre. Thank you so much for your time this morning, and all the best. The Mother's Day experience, this Mother's Day rather, you want to experience peace and quiet that you deserve. You can't attend the Mother's Day breathing workshop today, but do make sure that you check out curiouspierre.com to see when the next one will be, and you can book your place there.